As you walk through a quiet forest, the distant sound of a distressed horse pulls you toward an abandoned stable. What begins as a simple act of compassion soon spirals into a story filled with mystery, danger, and unexpected revelations. This is the journey of one woman, a forgotten horse, and the secrets that connected them both. Stay tuned as we uncover a tale that goes far deeper than anyone could have anticipated. One day, as Jennifer walked in the woods like she always did, she heard a horse making loud, strange sounds. It worried her, so she followed the noise until she found an old stable. In a dark corner, she saw a huge, unusual horse. Its eyes showed it was scared and lonely. Jennifer wasted no time and called the vet right away. What the vet then witnessed brought tears to his eyes. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any new stories. As Jennifer was leading the horse out of the abandoned stable in the forest, a million thoughts ran through her mind. There was clearly something wrong with this animal. She had described it to the vet over the phone, but he did not seem too concerned. He barely seemed to care about the animal at all by the sound of things, and Jennifer might know why that was. In the phone call, she had also mentioned that it was not her horse and that she had only found it. She wanted to get help for the poor-looking animal, but was, of course, not willing to pay a premium, partly because this was not her animal, and also because she simply did not have that kind of money. As a result, the vet told her that if the animal could still walk, it was not an emergency. If Jennifer wanted to make an appointment, she would have to wait a couple of days, something that might not be the worst thing in the world if Jennifer actually had a place to keep this horse, which of course she did not. She lived in a small apartment on the 5th floor of a complex and had not been involved with horses since she was 5. But even with her limited knowledge of horses, she knew that this animal should not have been out here in the forest all by itself. There were no wild horses or something in this area, and this animal also looked anything but wild. It seemed at least decently taken care of and had probably been in somebody's possession not too long ago. And so, Jennifer's first instinct was to call the local stables. There were not many of them even remotely close to her, and so she was done after just 3 calls. Seeing as there was something strange going on with the horse's head, it was easy to describe the animal over the phone, but none of the stables seemed to know it. However, there was also some good news. The stable that was by far the closest to her had offered to take the horse in for the time being when she explained her situation. Thus, she was on the way to them now. About an hour later, Jennifer and the now very calm horse arrived at the stable. The looks the animal was getting were extreme, but Jennifer told them that she had already tried to get a vet to do something. Eventually, even the owner of the stable came to meet them. She took her time inspecting the animal, and even though she was a bit less concerned, she was maybe even more puzzled by the situation. Luckily, the owner of the stable had a much better relationship with the vet than Jennifer could ever have, and she was willing to pull a couple of strings. She gave the local horse vet so much business that he could simply not say no to her requests. After a quick phone call, the appointment was scheduled for the very next morning. Now Jennifer could head home, at least with some comfort that the horse was going to be well taken care of. Instead of being awoken by her alarm in the morning, Jennifer was actually awoken at 3 at night by the sound of her phone ringing. On the other side of the line, she heard a familiar but very stressed voice. It was the stable owner, and she had called to inform Jennifer that something had happened. She had just been informed that there had been a break-in at the stable just moments ago. The first employee on the site had noticed that the horse Jennifer had found in the forest was taken. Jennifer could barely believe what she was hearing. Arriving at the stable, Jennifer met the owner and police. Watching security footage, they observed a figure stealthily leading the horse away in the night. The footage offered few clues, but it ignited her resolve to bring the horse back. Stepping outside after the footage, Jennifer's emotions swirled. Despite the crisp air, she felt a strong responsibility towards the horse and couldn't just stand by. Determined, she re-entered. asserting her desire to help with the search. Back inside, the group pored over maps of the area, trying to determine where the thief could have taken the horse. The stable owner highlighted local trails, while police suggested criminal hideouts and likely paths avoiding main roads. The community rapidly rallied around the horse theft incident, with neighbors and horse lovers converging at the stable to help. Jennifer and the stable owner, surrounded by volunteers, strategized over a map spread on a hay bale. Jennifer led her team urgently through dense underbrush, searching for any sign of the stolen horse. Suddenly, a team member spotted disturbed earth tracks. This discovery brought a surge of excitement and hope. Quickly reporting their find via radio, the team quickened their pace following the trail. As evening neared, the search party encountered both promising leads and frustrating dead ends. During the search, an equine expert suggested the horse's breed was rare and valuable, adding a new layer to the mystery. Entering the second week, the search team faced a series of false alarms. A horse sighting led to disappointment when it turned out to be a different animal. A significant breakthrough occurred when a volunteer spotted a previously unnoticed vehicle on the stable's security footage. Jennifer and the stable owner examined the grainy image, noting the vehicle's suspicious timing and movement. This potential clue invigorated Jennifer with excitement, as it could be the key lead they needed. They quickly informed the police, who started tracing the vehicle. The search intensified when a local reported unusual activity at an abandoned warehouse, mentioning a vehicle similar to the one in the security footage. The team meticulously prepared to investigate the warehouse. As they approached, Jennifer's nerves tightened with anticipation. Under dusk's cover, they moved stealthily towards the warehouse, a repository of secrets. As dawn broke, the stakeout team, led by the police, cautiously entered the dimly lit warehouse. Every shadow and sound heightened their senses as they searched for any sign of the horse. The team moved in with silent but decisive steps, navigating through crates and shadows. Jennifer's eyes finally spotted the horse in a dimly lit corner, and relief washed over her. The police secured the area, ensuring its safety. Jennifer comforted the horse, and the operation unfolded smoothly. Each team member played their part with precision, leading the horse out of the warehouse. The first rays of dawn symbolized a new beginning after a long night of rescue. Amidst the operation, the police captured a man attempting to flee the warehouse. His capture raised more questions than answers. Who was he, and why had he stolen this particular horse? Handcuffed and led away, the man's motives, plans, and connections to the horse remained a mystery. Jennifer observed him closely, her mind filled with unanswered questions. The puzzle was far from solved, and this man seemed to hold the key to unraveling it. At the police station, the suspect's silence persisted, frustrating the investigators. Jennifer realized that solving this puzzle would require more than just finding the horse. It would involve unraveling the web of secrets that this silent man seemed determined to keep. At the stable, the horse's return marked a quiet triumph. It entered a familiar stall, receiving a checkup from the vet. Jennifer watched as the horse, a bit skittish, calmed under their care. The horse's return marked one chapter's end and another's beginning. Questions about its background, the theft's motives, and the silent suspect persisted. The vet's experienced touch revealed more than expected, marked by furrowed brows and meticulous note-taking. The horse's condition carried secrets that were about to be unveiled. The vet's examination of the horse unveiled atypical physical traits, hinting at potential issues related to unregulated breeding practices. Jennifer and the stable owner grasped the gravity of the situation. This went beyond a simple theft. It pointed to a troubling aspect of the horse breeding industry, with ethical concerns at its core. The horse's unique characteristics told a deeper unfolding story. The vet's findings raised troubling questions about the horse's origin. He suspected unethical breeding practices, possibly involving genetic manipulation or inbreeding. The realization opened a new chapter in their journey, one that delved into complex ethical issues within the equine industry. The vet's unsettling findings unveiled a dark side of the equine world. The horse they had rescued was a victim of unethical breeding practices. Jennifer and the stable owner now faced a moral dilemma beyond the horse's theft and recovery. Their mission had transformed into a quest not only to protect one horse, but also to expose and challenge hidden practices that had led to its suffering. The stable owner, a respected figure, feared the scandal's impact on their world. Jennifer felt a growing determination to address these issues. The police uncovered an illegal horse breeding network in the city, leaving Jennifer and the stable owner stunned. The scale of the operation was vast, suggesting a deeper issue. Their discovery was just the tip of the iceberg, exposing the dark underbelly of horse breeding in the city. The unethical practices within the network revealed forced breeding, genetic manipulation, and neglect. This revelation spurred them to take action. Determined to expose and stop these practices, Jennifer and the stable owner listened to the vet's report with heavy hearts. The horse, once a victim of poor living conditions and inadequate care, bore the scars of its past. Despite its gentle demeanor, it had endured hardship at human hands. The realization of the horse's resilience amidst cruelty deepened their determination to ensure it had a safe and caring future. The horse's lineage was revealed through genetic tests, confirming it was a product of unethical, incestuous breeding. Jennifer and the stable owner were shocked and saddened. The once beloved animal was a victim of ruthless greed and manipulation. Local horse enthusiasts, once proud of their breeding operations, now felt betrayed. Calls for justice and reform spread, with rallies and meetings organized. The exposure of the illegal breeding operation resulted in a series of arrests, including key figures responsible for the unethical practices. The trials garnered media attention and public scrutiny. Jennifer followed the proceedings closely, her eyes reflecting a mix of satisfaction and disbelief. The courtroom became a stage for the scandal's unraveling, exposing the extent of corruption within the community. The legal proceedings, though complex, represented a collective reckoning, a society's effort to rectify its wrongs and restore justice and moral order. The scandal led to deep ethical reflection in the community. Debates and discussions filled town halls, forums, and gatherings. The stolen horses' mistreatment sparked a community movement. Jennifer, transformed by the experience, emerged as an animal welfare advocate. Their united efforts reshaped the industry, prioritizing animal well-being. From a distressed horse's discovery, an influential movement emerged, ushering in a new era of responsibility and compassion in equine care. After enduring turmoil, the horse, now named Hope, found solace with a compassionate family experienced in caring for rescued animals. Welcomed into a sprawling countryside home, Hope thrived under their care. Jennifer, visiting the farm, was filled with joy seeing Hope trot freely. The experience deeply transformed Jennifer, evolving from a concerned citizen into a passionate advocate for animal welfare. Hope's narrative reached beyond the local community, inspiring others to act. Jennifer's and the community's efforts gained media attention, highlighting illegal breeding and animal welfare issues. Hope's story resonated globally, inspiring action beyond the local community. Media attention on Jennifer and the community's efforts shed light on illegal breeding and animal welfare, raising awareness and prompting similar initiatives elsewhere. Hope's legacy became a catalyst for change, motivating advocates for ethical animal treatment. The horse's journey symbolized hope and the positive impact of collective compassion, resonating as a powerful narrative that transcended boundaries.